As the principals, Magnus Cort Nielsen is going to have a chance, the big Dane, to give it a go today. Let's see if he manages it. Look at the green there over on the right-hand side of your screen. Making use of themselves is Cannondale for Tom van Aersbroek, the Belgian. And while we look at the Casa de Camper, thank you. Can we get back to the racing, please? This is great for orienteering and buying the odd ice cream, but it's not about 5Ks to go in a Grand Tour, for goodness sake. Who's calling these pictures? We're giving you what we get, by the way. Our host broadcaster likes this park immensely. Gosh, 4.8 kilometers to go. This is frustrating. Thank you. There we are. So the light's flaring as the light begins to fade. Well, it's going to be a spotlight for somebody. Here comes Blythe and Aqua Blue. You know, of all the lead-out trains, he's got a pretty intact one still remaining. Peter Koenig, Michael Crader. He's got Lassie Norman Hansen, for goodness sake. Aaron Gate. Come on, Adam. Can he? Will he? You never know. 2-stage wins for Aqua Blue. That would be amazing. Watch the boys in the white with the gold chevron. 4.4 to go, Sean.
Yes, and we can see it's starting to get busy on the front here, and a number of teams. Bahrain Merida there pushing on. We can see Boara is the man who is starting to pull the pace on, but bit early to be on the front as we go just outside of the 4 kilometers to go. We can see Quick Step are just staying there with 4 or 5 riders, hold position on the front, and if there's other teams want to push on for the moment and leave them do that, but it is going to start getting hectic. We can see Cannondale getting involved here. We can see Trek Segafedra there starting to appear. Also Ulrika Scott are just appearing here. Aqua Blue, some riders, so anybody with a sprinter here, we can see them here close to the front of the peloton. Yeah,
just about master everywhere. Anthony Perez, I think, is possibly going to be the choice. Maybe Van Bilsen for, was it Turgis? Don't know. They're all about equally as good at the quick stuff from Cofidis. We'll wait and see. Some getting tagged off the back, and there is our friend Connor Dunn, who will get the Flamme Rouge at the end of today. He's going to be the man who finishes last in this race, but he will finish the big man, and we appreciate his efforts. Likewise up this drag right now for Cannondale. What chance Van Aersbroek today? We'll find out, Sean. 82 Le Mondial also making a nuisance of themselves, just in case anyone gets it wrong in one of the curves.
Yes, well, you have to be very much to the fore from here on in as we go through. 3.4 to go. We can see Cannondale is starting to push on. Simon Clark here is just you know, securing the pace on the front, but look at Quick Step there. He's 3-4 riders in front of their sprinter Matteo Trentin. We can see Bora Hansgrohe starting to come here as well. Aqua Blue also very much there, and a big mix of jerseys and riders here on the front.
This is absolutely fantastic. Here we go then. At the moment, it's Aqua Blue in the white, bizarrely, and in the blue, Quick Step Floors. 3 kilometers to go. So another dead turn. They're just going round right now, and we've got a 90-degree that will bring us down to 2. This is Big Corner. I don't know why they call it that, but here we go. Other shaving materials and writing instruments are available. Here we go then. We look out for that 2 to go marker. You've really got to have your train in order about now, Sean, because the dead turn that comes almost at the Flamme Rouge, you need to have everyone in a line by the time you get to that.
Yes, and here we have the line with Nicky Terpstra from Quick Step Floors really pushing on here, starting to line everybody out, and that's what you've got to do from this point on. If you can keep, you know, the pace massively high, not allow any riders to start moving up and left and right, and the risk of crowding out your sprinter.
Well, there we are. Francis Ajot also getting involved here. This will be for Lorenzo Manzan. They've also got Hoagland, the Norwegian, as a choice, possibly the Norse. Day for Vikings, you might say. The Gladiators likewise. And here we are. Trentin has got 2 men in front of him right now, and a great driving force with Terpstra pulls across the road right now. Here we are, drifting over to the right-hand side to take the left-hander. This is going to be crucial. It's the last of our dead turns, and is he going to get through? Carefully, very, very gingerly, he goes through, and they'll start to open up the taps now, Sean. They daren't go too quickly, though.
No, well, it's early days yet to open up fully. Just keeping control here. We could see the riders into that corner, having a look to see who's there, still in the front of affairs, but Quick Step still dominating here, but Lots of the other sprinters teams just trying to stay in the slipstream of Quick Step.
Schwarzman is there. Oh, Perez doing a Buhani there, just issuing a blow. He might get fined for that. But let's see how it pans out. We've got a mix-up here. Trentin just struggling to find his own lead-out men at the moment. He's just trapped behind. When he get a proper view of them, Alaphilippe's going to go for it. But who's he leading out? Not Trentin, just for the time being. And after 3 hours in the saddle today, Trentin's just trapped at the moment. He's being traced brilliantly, potentially by quite a few. Having a peep out there is JJ Lobato, but Trentin goes for it. He starts to open it up right now. Is it going to be heartbreak for him? He's gone very, very early. Can Trentin possibly get a green jersey? Here comes Schwarzman and everybody else. Oh, and he's made it. He makes it, Sean. That's got to feel good.
Yes, he certainly does make it, and we could see there, you know, taking it up, but nobody really challenging. We could see the Française de Jura, the Lorenzo Manzin, you know, looked like he was going to push there, but Trentin holding off very strongly.
Trentin takes it. My goodness. My goodness, what a day. Well, I'm actually hearing, in fact, yes, thankfully, we got an erroneous call at the line there from Race Radio. Trentin finishes ahead of Manzin, Kragans and Eiking. We are waiting for the rest to see where... And Froome has got up. Has he? Well, that's what we're hearing. I think Trentin has actually... my maths is escaping me at the moment. We wait. Trentin thought he got it. We certainly thought he'd got it. Let's have a look at Chris Froome there. Is 13th enough? I thought it had to be 12. But anyway.
I think it could be if Chris Froome was in the sprint, actually.
Well, let's look for the red jersey. We were concerned out front. It looked like Trentin had done it. And there is Chris Froome. Well, he's higher than that position. I think he's done it, Sean. My goodness, what a warrior, if that's the case. He's starting to be overtaken at this point. Camera's just missing out, I'm afraid, so we'll wait for the official results. It's going to be crucial, Sean, as to the position where Chris Froome finishes. What a finale. Well, they say that the Vuelta is the best and most entertaining race of all when it comes to Grand Tours. Froome finishes 11th. He's got green.